The House of Arden by Edith Nesbit. Chapter 1. Arden's Lord. It had been a great house once, with farms and fields, money and jewels, with tenants and squires and men-at-arms. The head of the house had ridden out 3 days' journey to meet King Henry at the boundary of his estate, and the king had ridden back with him to lie in the tall state bed in the castle guest-chamber. The heir of the house had led his following against Cromwell. Younger sons of the house had fought in foreign lands, to the honour of England, and the gilding and re-gilding with the perishable gold of glory of the old Arden name. There had been Ardens in Saxon times, and there were Ardens still, but few and impoverished. The lands were gone, and the squires and men-at-arms. The castle itself was roofless, and its unglazed windows stared blankly across the fields of strangers that stretched right up to the foot of its grey, weather-worn walls. And of the male Ardens there were now known 2 only, an old man and a child. The old man was Lord Arden, the head of the house, and he lived lonely in a little house built of fallen stones that Time and Cromwell's round shot had cast from the castle walls. The child was Edred Arden, and he lived in a house in a clean, wind-swept town on a cliff. It was a bright-faced house with bow windows and a green balcony that looked out over the sparkling sea. It had 3 neat white steps and a brass knocker, pale and smooth with constant rubbing. It was a pretty house, and it would have been a pleasant house, but for one thing, the lodgers. For I cannot conceal for you any longer that Edred Arden lived with his aunt, and that his aunt let lodgings. Letting lodgings is one of the most unpleasant of all possible ways of earning your living, and I advise you to try every other honest way of earning your living before you take to that. Because people who go to the seaside and take lodgings seem somehow much harder to please than the people who go to hotels. They want ever so much more waiting on. They want so many meals and at such odd times. They ring the bell almost all day long. They bring in sand from the shore in every fold of their clothes, and it shakes out of them onto the carpets and the sofa cushions and everything in the house.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?